Welcome back, all you sports and gambling fans out there. Today we're doing some college basketball betting coverage, and joining me here is Jeff Grant, our very own SBR contributor. And today we're looking at that game between the Dayton Flyers and the George Washington Colonials. What's going on, Jeff? How you doing today, man?
Doing fantastic, Dax, because this is a game that I think a lot of sports bettors are going to be interested in. I think it's the premier game on Friday night's card and a very important one for both Dayton and George Washington.
All right, man, let's start looking at the Flyers in this spot. So far, they've been doing a tremendous job at winning games with a much smaller lineup since mid-December. They've actually gone, in their last 10 games, 8-2 straight-up record. Do you think that they can actually keep that going and maybe pull off a small upset in this road evening game?
Yeah, you know what? The Flyers had to say goodbye to a couple players in mid-December, 10-2 since December 20th. Of course, everybody knows and is familiar with this team recently because of their long run in the 2014 NCAA tournament. A small ball lineup, Dax, 7 players, none above 6'6" in terms of height, but they are 17-3 in their last 20 conference regular season games. The main statistic to watch in this game, kind of scoreboard watching, is the fact that Dayton is 15-0 when limiting opponents to under 65 points on the season. But the problem in this matchup, George Washington, a tremendous home team, averaging 79.1 points in front of the home fans.
All right, Jeff, but an interesting stat here, man. George Washington actually lost back-to-back games for the first time last week, going up against VCU Rams and most recently against the Rhode Island Rams. So in your opinion, man, I mean, what does George Washington need to do, or what has to happen for them to get back on track?
Yeah, just to put that in perspective as well, Dax, that's just the third time in the past 2 seasons that this team has lost back-to-back games, and this is a veteran team. What needs to happen? Basically stay the course, and they really have a winning recipe given the fact that they lead the A-10 in rebounding margin, out-rebounding opponents by 4.8 boards per game, and more importantly, second in field goal percentage defense, holding opponents to 39.6% shooting. And the key thing is getting out on the shooters for Dayton because they go with that small ball lineup. The Flyers are very reliant on the three-point shot. The Colonials, though, have won 11 consecutive home games, including a 9-0 mark in 2014-15.
All right, Matt, but let's look at the betting side of it now. The Colonials are coming into this match favored by 2.5, even up to 3 points on the spread. The deal is that they have been pretty bad at covering the points as they hold a 7-11-1 against the spread record, while Dayton, it's slightly better, but they're only 10-9 against the spread. So might we be looking at a total bet in this case, maybe the under 125.5?
I'm going to go with the straight bet play, and I was a bit surprised when researching this game last night that Dayton has been an underdog just 4 times. And what that says to me, yes, Dayton is a good team, but they haven't faced a very good strength of schedule. That's exactly what George Washington has faced. George Washington traveled a lot, played a lot of neutral site games against tough opponents, and also has played a lot of the tougher teams in the A-10 already. From a sports betting trend perspective as well, the home team has dominated the series over the last decade, 8-3 against the spread the last 11 meetings. I think this is a short number because of the recent games by the Colonials, but I think they bounced back on their home floor. So I'm going to lay the small number, 2.5. On George Washington over Dayton.
All right, Jeff, good stuff, man. Thanks for the insights and the pick, and we'll talk some more college basketball again next Monday.
Thank you.
No problem. And hey, everyone else, make sure to check back tomorrow for some more sports coverage and your free picks. Till then, for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.